It's the facts of life that men and women are biologically different. Our hormone cycles are very, very different, and it's the reason that we should train and eat differently. What's up, friend? My name is Shelby and I'm a health coach. I am in the game of optimizing this human experience, and part of my journey is unlocking patterns. And part of that for me is tracking my cycle. So I want to talk to you a little bit about hormones and why men and women are different in that, and how we can train differently to accommodate our needs, accommodate what our body is asking for. So to know what you are is to know what you're not. And a man's cycle is a 24-hour cycle. And it's important for men and women to understand this, how different it is that we function in this world, right? So a man's cycle is a spike of testosterone, and it cycles throughout the day. It's essentially the circadian rhythm that keeps him awake during the day and gets him to go to sleep at night. We also have a circadian rhythm, but that's not the only factor that is happening in our body. Women have a 28-ish day cycle, and through that there are 4 phases that intersect, and throughout those phases there are very different hormonal combinations happening. So each one of these phases may result in different symptoms for you, and it's important to understand your cycle. I physically track my cycle every single day, and I'll actually link to the tracker that I use. I like pen and paper. It's just an easier way for me to see visually what's happening on a daily basis. So the first phase is our bleed phase. This is when we initially start our period, right? And usually there's some level of cramping in those first couple of days. We're shedding the lining from the last cycle. It's birth and death all in one phase, right? It's life and death, the start and the end. So the bleed phase may cause some fatigue at first, but generally by day 2 or 3, you're starting to climb in that energy. So the next phase is the follicular phase, right? So this is when your body is getting ready for ovulation. Your body is getting ready to create life, right? So as we're going through this phase, we may begin to start having more energy. And then when we get to ovulation, which is actually the third phase, when we get there, we're pretty amped up on life. We have a little boost of testosterone. And in this phase, we may have a little more energy to expend at the gym. Now, during ovulation, you may have some cramping, and your mood may waver here too, right? Lots is going on, lots of spikes and dips, and I'll keep referencing to the hormone chart so you can see kind of what's happening in your body throughout. The last phase is the luteal phase, right? So this is post-ovulation. If you did not get pregnant, your body spikes in progesterone and then dips back down to signal that it's time for your period. So as this happens, you may experience what some people call PMS, and maybe to the extreme you have PMDD. If you have extreme symptoms, look into PMDD. I didn't understand a lot about my body until I saw other people going through similar situations. So the reason I say that men and women should train different is because our hormones are fluxing this whole time. We're on a roller coaster, and you need to know your body and what you need. Your body is intelligent. Your body is constantly speaking to you. Going through a linear path, a linear training system is not beneficial for women. Our hormones are drastically different. That doesn't mean we're not capable of driving through and bowling through a linear path, but that doesn't mean that that's necessarily what's best for our bodies. I think it's important for us to understand that we are individuals, our energy levels are different, our nutrition is different. There's so much happening and contributing to our physical wellness. And so customizing your plan to what you need is so fucking important. If you are looking to optimize your life, I'm posting more and more content here on hormone health, on nutrition, on movement patterns that give you the opportunity for longevity. If you're here for all of that, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow along. I'm going to be posting more and more long content. So I'll see you in the next video.